Hello everyone and welcome to Seaside to Superstars. Been quite a busy boy since you were last with us, so rather than ramble on, let me show you what's been going on. So, as you can see, since you left us, I have played quite a few games. I wanted to try and get through this season so that we can progress the series a little bit more and get into the Football League and push for the Premier League and get to the good stuff. So we went on quite a good winning run, to be fair. We had 14 matches won on a row in the league. So we'd not lost since Skegness Town beat us in September. We have just lost now, but in the meantime, we've been on quite a good run of form. So the last game you saw was the 2-1 win over Tamworth. We then beat Alvechurch 3-2. Kevin Spinelli and Jim Mitchell getting the goals there. We then beat Biggleswade 3-2, 2 for Calvin Anderson and Kevin Spinelli again. We beat Gloucester City 3-1, Jim Mitchell with a brace and Cian Flynn with a goal. We beat Kettering Town 2-1, thanks to a 91st minute goal from Kieran Fenlon. Jim Mitchell getting the other goal in that game. We then beat Lowestoft Town 3-0, Jim Mitchell with a brace and Tammy Akhazen with a goal. Then we beat Thatcham 2-1, Akhazen and Undine. Cleethorpes we beat 3-1, Mitchell, Akhazen and Jennings. And then, like I say, we've just lost 1-0 to Bromsgrove Sporting. 1-0. I think that's Sporting Club. It's just Bromsgrove Sporting, trying to bring a Portuguese element into the lower leagues of English football. One signing to let you know about. I've brought in another left midfielder, as I kept saying I was going to try to. Brought in Kai Steer. Actually paid for him as well, £1,000. He's coming from Alvechurch. He's played 4 games. He's not exactly setting the world alight at the minute, so Cian Flynn is actually becoming my first choice still, but it's nice to have an option. Harvey was obviously not up to scratch. I've kept his loan running though, so I've got a third choice because I didn't want to terminate his loan and then lose both Flynn and Steer to injuries or suspensions, etc. So I've kept Harvey as a third option. So we're going to go into the Malden and Tiptree game in the Build-Based Trophy. Bit of a cup game to break up league football for us at the minute. I'm going to give Rutter a match, keeping Robinson there, give Coscooper suspended. I want to give Snodden a game and Malarkey a game, give my 2 first choice centre-backs a bit of a rest. Mora's 1 yellow card away from a suspension, so I'd rather him not get himself suspended. I'm going to make quite a few changes. I'm going to leave my front 3, maybe give Adlard a start, maybe give Anderson a run out. I say I'm going to leave my front 3 and then change 2 of them. Never mind, it's a cup match. I'm not too fussed if we get knocked out of this one because this is not a massive cash booster. Words escaped me then. Yeah, we're out of the FA Cup, that's where the money is, so I'm not too fussed about this one really. It'd be nice to get a win, obviously. It's always nice to win a game, but it's not the priorities. Get some game time under some people's belts and a bit of match fitness in case they're needed in the league. Ochran's run through everyone. Rutter makes a good save though. Good lad. I think it's his first appearance for us. I'm not sure if I've played him in any of the previous cup games. I might have played in pre-season. Akhazen. Adlad's stolen that beautifully. Can't quite finish it though. Should have probably squared that. So let's have a look. Has Alex Rutter played for us? Yes, he's played 1 in the cup. That's probably this one. Oh, it's saying clean sheet. Is it updating live? I'm not sure. If they score, I'll go back and double check that. Donbacks. Malarkey with a header. Ooh, unlucky. Offside for the follow-up though. That first shot was Wilberforce Ochran. He used to play for Barnsley. I knew it. I remember. I mean, not many people's got a name like Wilberforce, so I recognise the Wilberforce name. Barnsley player. Wow, he's dropped down the leagues. Was in Barnsley's academy for a while. Didn't quite make the cut, obviously. That's Wakefield. We have just played these in the league as well at one point, so we know that they're at our level as well. 0-0 at half time. It's not the end of the world. I'm not sure excellent was the right thing to be telling them, but keep morale up after we lost our last game, I suppose. Akazan back to Adlard, back to Akazan. Into the box to Anderson. It's a good save from Hallett. Another corner. Wilson swings it in. Malarkey heads it over the bar. Nice early exchange in the second half. We've had the better of the ball looking at the starts, but not done anything with it. That's an absolutely appalling throw from Robinson. Well, close. I'm so upset with Keno Robinson's throw there that he might have to come off. No, that's not what I want to take Keno Robinson off. I literally just threw it into no man's land. Is that Snodden? Yep. Brilliant. Snodden with a goal. Assist from Calvin Harris. Calvin Harris? Calvin Anderson. Calvin Harris is a DJ. Stupid me. Right, let's have maybe look at making another change or two. Wilson's got himself booked. Not been on field for long. Robertson. Nwachuku. Good tackle. Nice and calm. Malarkey. Fleming. Adlard. That was appalling, that. Shocking attempt to goal. Can't take Fleming off. Adlard's not playing well, but let's bring Steer on. I might give Akazan a rest, actually. Bring old Jimmy on. Skegness Town legend himself. Still quite nervy. Only 1-0 up. It's not one of his better performances. Okran. Back to Wakefield. Ooh, that's unlucky. He's had a couple of decent shots as Wakefield today. Corner's cleared. Very passionately booted out of the field now. A bit of conviction. Usher Shipway. That's a poor pass to Fleming. Snodden clean that up at the back. Malarkey just volleys it forwards. Mitchell's done well there to control that. Feeds it into Adlard. Can't get a second. We might have just done enough here. Boyle. Rutters made that save. Tipped it onto the bar. We've got rid of the danger, I think. Just temporarily at least. Need to get a foot on this and get rid of it. Just boot it. There we go, Jennings. Well done. Anderson. That'll do. 1-0. A win is a win. We've got a lot of yellow cards, though. We might be getting fined for that. Right, so we're back in league action now. See if we can bounce back from that defeat against St Neots Town, who are currently 17th, 10 points above the relegation zone. There's quite a big gap there. I think Kettering can probably slip in, but Faversham and St Neots are quite comfortable, I think. So it's just 3 of the bottom 4, I would say, in the relegation battle. So we need to change our team back now, I think. So McAdams back in there. Cooper's still suspended. How many matches has he been suspended for? And Dean, Fenlon, Cummins, Mora, Thompson Sommers, Keane Flynn, Spinelli, and Mitchell. There we go. That's a strong starting 11, I think. It weren't a horrible defeat that we had. I mean, I would have expected us to beat them, but I mean, where are they? Give me a chance to look. Good clearance by Thompson-Somers. Spinelli picks up the ball. Just get it forward. There's Flynn. Chested down beautifully. Goes into the box. Good cross. Mora's there at the back post. 8 minutes in and we are 1-0 up. That's what we needed. An immediate response to the last defeat that we had. Bromsgrove. They're 9th. They're not terrible, I suppose. Pushing for that playoff place. So at least we didn't get beat by a team that we should have been hammering. That's a poor attempt at a save from the goalkeeper, and Tammy Akazan has his 4th of the season. We're 2-0 up, and we're coasting. Tamworth aren't playing, I think it's just us today. Or is it? Bet Victor. Yeah, it's just us today. So Tamworth have still to play. Mensah. Windle. Get a tackle in. Let's get back to what we know. Back to spanking teams. They're playing well though. Some good play. They've got a penalty. Robinson, you absolute numpty. The sooner Krupa's back, the better. Come on, McAdams. Unlucky lad. You went right way at least. You don't need to rush to get the ball back to the centre. We're only 25 minutes into game. That's something you're doing last minute. And Dean tipped onto the bar. Let's put us back 11 points clear. Obviously they'll still have a game in hand, but it's looking like another promotion could be on the cards here unless this team gets ripped to pieces. Although there has been offers for players from teams like Northwich Victoria who are in the National League North, I think it is, and they've been turning them down. So I'm thinking maybe they've realised that we're on to a winner here. We're quite clear at the top of the league. Promotion's all but certain. Mitchell's got himself a header, 3-1 just before half time. Yeah, so promotion's all but certain. So we're going to be going into either the National League North or National League South anyway. So is it worth leaving us now just for an extra 6 months at that level, or stick with us, stick with what you know, enjoy the rest of your football, get a promotion on your CV, and go up with us? So maybe that's what they're thinking. Maybe his reputation's slowly starting to improve enough to keep players with us. Maybe I'm not going to get that same stress that I got last season, where we get to the end of the season and we've got some big important games and no team. I don't know how we managed to claw our way through that. Akazan's in there with his 2nd. It's 4-1. Running riot again now, lads. That's what I like to see. We've picked ourselves up from that defeat. 75 goals we've scored so far this season. It's only December. Absolutely lethal up front. Fenlon. Not entirely sure who we're that way in for, but Mora's managed to steal it. Mitchell, it's a good save. Could have and probably should have been 5. Thompson-Somers with the corner. Headed out. Cummins is there though, but they managed to clear it in the end. And now Sanyang's coming down the wing. Cummins has got a cross. Got booked for that. Looked alright to me. Not entirely sure that deemed a yellow card, but never mind. That's poor from Robinson again. That's twice in 2 matches. He's careless with his passing. Not filling me with confidence there, Mr. Robinson. We share a name. Should be living up to that strong surname that you've got there. Mitchell, Tamora. Brooks has got across well there. Brooks has had a good game. Flynn's intercepted. Went for the shot. It got blocked. He's offside. Akazan could have had his hat-trick. Sheridan to Egan. Good ball forward. Brooks again. I want to have a look at that Brooks guy. Potentially one for next season. Or maybe one for this season. Maybe he'll actually want to leave because we're top of the league. And St. Neots are fighting down at the bottom. Ooh, unlucky. Let's have a look at him. Andre Brooks. He is a left midfielder or a left back. We'll give him a scout. Previously played for Sheffield United. Our goal difference is nearly equal to the amount we've conceded. Cummings. Oh, Cummings, that was careless. I should have just brought that down. Wilson Riney's in. Yeah, that was Cummings' fault. Poor header. Giving the ball away. And Dean. Good throw. No, it's not. Robinson's got that back and just volleyed it forward aimlessly again. Keenan Robinson apparently can't pass. Akaza, he's dicked in. He's got his hat-trick. Defence caught napping there. Perfect hat-trick as well. Good lad. 5-2. Absolutely brilliant. Right, let's see how Tamworth get on, and then have a look at the league table. Right, well, Tamworth weren't playing, so we've got to the next match day for Skegness now. So it looks like we've got a game in hand again. They've got a game in hand over us again, so never mind. If you enjoy that episode, please leave a like down below. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. Turn on your notifications to keep up to date with my FM20 content. I'll catch you in the next episode.